Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Hydrogen Fuel Cells and Batteries Group exhibit here in Hannover 2018. I invite all of you who are around to grab a seat, enjoy a coffee or water on us, and I'd also like to welcome all of our viewers at home. For the first presentation that we have today, we have a presentation on Power-Mee, novel concepts and components for high-performance electrode assemblies for PEM water electrolysis. And here to talk with us today is Professor Dr. Richard Hanke-Rauschenbach of the University of Hannover. Thanks so much for being here today.
So, thank you, Helen, and thank you being here. So I speak today on behalf of our Power-Mee consortium. It is a consortium of those players which are shown here. We are working together on a project funded by the German Ministry for Education and Research. And we are dealing with high-performance membrane electrode assemblies for PEM water electrolysis. So this talk is especially targeting at manufacturers for membrane electrode assemblies and components for PEM water electrolysis. And actually we are here to show that project. We are in the middle of that project now, and we are also seeking for collaboration partners from industry and other research institutions. And therefore I would like to show you or give you a little introduction here. So this is, wait. So this is my outline. I will first give you an introduction, then show some highlights, and then come up with a conclusion and an outlook. So what you can see here is the state-of-the-art design of a membrane electrode assembly of an electrolyzer. So for those of you who don't know, that is the heart of every electrolyzer. On this side here, water is supplied and it is split in oxygen, which leaves the electrolyzer, and protons, which go through the membrane. And on the other side, hydrogen will be evolved, with also leaves as a product the electrolyzer. So the state-of-the-art design is that we have a polymeric membrane in the middle, and on both sides we apply the catalyst. Then here and here we have a support structure in order to make a good mechanical compression situation and to conduct electrons away and also heat. And what we want to follow in Power-Mee is this concept here. You find also the components which you see on the other side, but our idea here is to apply the catalyst layer and also the membrane on those porous structures here of the other side, and this open up a lot of opportunities which I will show you in a second. The idea behind the Power-Mee project comes from a fuel cell project which actually was conducted by one of our colleagues in the project teams, also for PEM fuel cells. The state-of-the-art design looks as I explained it in a minute ago, and those colleagues tried also to apply that concept for the first time to polymeric membrane fuel cells with fantastic results. You will see that here. Have a look at the green curves. You see this is cell voltage as a function of current density. We would like to come in this corner here, and this is a standard high performance fuel cell power curve. And with this new concept which is shown here, we reach much higher voltages, much higher current densities, and with that the colleagues were able to improve performance of the cell by a factor of 2, which was a big achievement. They developed different techniques, and basically the idea here of the Power-Mee project is to apply that technology to PEM water electrolysis. So for this purpose we have formed a project team. It belongs of these partners. The task of University of Stuttgart is to develop novel membrane materials which we could easily apply with that approach. University of Freiburg is dealing with that specific manufacturing process which I mentioned. For the membrane and for the catalyst layer, it is an institute in the University of Freiburg context, namely the Hanke-Rauschenbach Institute. We support that activities with thermographic reconstruction, so to see what we are doing actually, and support it also with modeling carried out by University of Hannover and University of Freiburg. And Fraunhofer Institute for Solar Energy Systems is dealing with aging protocols and testing, because of course lifetime is also an issue for those concepts. So with that, I would like to go over to the highlights, the brief highlights. The first highlight is about the catalyst layer manufacturing methods. So our colleagues spray-coated iridium dioxide, which is the catalyst, on titanium powder and fiber sinters, as you can see it here. So we have the titanium substrate, and we apply the catalyst layer. On top comes the membrane with a spray coating, and then we bring everything together. Here you can see some SEM pictures of two different probes after spray painting the catalyst, so that you get an idea of the structure. So you have a very intimate contact between the catalyst particles and the substrate structure. And when you look at the performance of those elements, again, I'm showing here you a polarization curve. We have here the cell voltage, which we have to apply to draw a certain current through the cell. For electrolysis, we want to be as low as possible. So this corner here would be the preferable corner. Here we have a commercial benchmark, which is the black curve, which applies 2 milligrams per square centimeter of catalyst. And what we can see here with our approaches, we come fairly close to the commercial benchmark. So this was a first try, and after optimization, we come very close to the commercial benchmark, and then here you see also a standard layer iridium dioxide. So very promising results. In the moment we are busy with the long-term tests and further optimization to even get better than our benchmark material. The second highlight here is dealing with the membrane deposition. So aside the polarization behavior, which I've shown you here, also the product crossover is an important property. As I mentioned, just have a look here. On this side, we evolve the oxygen, which leaves as a product. On this side, we evolve the hydrogen, which leaves as a product. And what happens is that hydrogen also crosses over through that material and then make up here with the oxygen an explosive atmosphere. And we have to get rid of that. This is a standard problem of PEM electrolysis. And it is shown in this diagram here. So this is the hydrogen in oxygen content. So we don't want to have that. Actually, we want to be very low on that axis, but it happens in the standard approach over as a function of current density. And you see, especially at low current densities, this hydrogen and oxygen content goes up, and you exceed very quickly the explosion limit, which limits the operating window for the electrolyzer. So with this specific technique here, we are able to apply onto this membrane material a thin platinum interlayer, which allows a recombination of the hydrogen, which crosses over through the membrane. And by that means we are basically able to mitigate completely this cross, or the results of the crossover. You can see, instead of having this blue curve here, which I showed at the beginning as a benchmark, we are able to push this down to very low levels. And in a moment, we are also trying other interlayers here to improve the material performance. As I mentioned, and I would like to place that as a third highlight here, we are supporting all our activities by tomographic reconstruction of the catalyst layer. For that purpose, we use a FIB-SEM tomographic procedure. So basically what you do in FIB-SEM is you have a focused ion beam, you dig into a probe, and then take SEM pictures slice by slice, and with that you are able to reconstruct the 3D structure of the structure of interest. So far it has been done for the porous transport layer. Here in that project it's done for the first time for the catalyst layer, and this opens up for us a lot of opportunities to see what we are actually doing. So for example, we could then, based on modeling approaches, vary the ionomer content in the electrode and then figure out specific diagrams to identify perfect or favorite operating ranges. We also have a complete performance model with which we are able to explain the polarization behavior and make a voltage loss breakdown, and also are able to describe the effects of crossover. So by means of that modeling support, we are more effective changing the materials and improving them into a right direction. So this brings me to a conclusion and a little outlook. So focus of our project is the investigation and the development of high-performance membrane electrode assemblies for PEM water electrolysis. So we are dealing with novel membrane materials, which I have not shown here because of a lack of time. Novel membrane manufacturing processes and catalyst manufacturing process, which are shown here. We have a support by tomographic reconstruction and modeling, and are also dealing with aging protocols and testing, which I have also not shown in detail. And as I mentioned at the beginning, we are in the middle of our funded project. We are seeking now for industrial partners who are willing to compare it with their materials and to come into further discussion with us. And that's why, if you are interested in testing the materials or interested in a collaboration, please contact us. With that, I thank you very much for your interest, and I'm open for questions.
Thank you so much for that presentation, Dr. Hanke-Rauschenbach. That was quite interesting. At this point, do we have any questions on the floor? Any questions? I can bring the microphone down to you so that we can all hear. This is a really wonderful opportunity to speak with him, so no need to be shy. I'm sure any question you might have, we might all be thinking. Okay, well, at this point, my first question, as far as contacting you, if there is anyone that's interested in further discussion, is that best to do online or through email? Or
yeah, so the colleagues who are interested could do it through email, and the email address is given here on the slide. The best would be to contact our spokesperson, which is Dr. Simon Thiele, and the address is given there. So this will be a good opportunity. Or if somebody here is in the audience, I will be here at the spot for the next 10 minutes, and it would be also able to speak to me personally.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for your time. That was really great. At this point, I invite all of you to remain. We actually do have another presentation in just a few minutes to continue our morning in hydrogen production and energy storage. Our next presentation will be on liquid organic hydrogen carrier technology for large-scale hydrogen logistics. So feel free to stay here, enjoy a coffee. There's quite a few seats at the front, so if anyone's loitering, feel free to come on down, and I'll be back with you in just a few minutes.